encouraged our foreign service and civil service professionals to think of new ways to connect with people, with NGOs, with businesses. We've done that, but now we have new tools that we have to employ. The social networking tools, the media. We have to get smarter with public diplomacy. And public diplomacy is not just lecturing at other people and telling them how great we are and what we hope they will believe about us. It is actually having a real dialogue and listening as much as talking. So we are committed to using these new tools in public diplomacy. From my very first days here at State, I have included USAID and all of the development agenda that lies ahead. We want to streamline it. We want to make it more efficient. We want to move more of AID's work back inside AID instead of having it out with contractors because we are wasting an enormous amount of money. 50 cents on the dollar doesn't even get into the pipeline to actually be delivered. We only have 4 engineers in all of USAID now. And I think it's important that we get back to the United States government providing these services. At the heart of smart power are smart people. And we have smart people in abundance here at the State Department. That's why I have pressed the Congress as well as the White House to give us the support that is needed to do the jobs that we are asking of you. I'll continue to fight for those resources. We have, as Jacqueline was saying, gotten a positive response, but it's in the political process right now, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure we get the resources that we know we need. Today we are starting a new tradition here at the State Department in recognition of the outstanding service that so many of our diplomats perform every day in challenging and often dangerous circumstances on behalf of our nation. So I am delighted to announce a new award named for a true hero of the Foreign Service, a man who has led diplomatic missions in some of the hottest hotspots on the planet, who has helped to sow seeds of peace in Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kuwait, and Lebanon. And that is, of course, Ambassador Ryan Crocker. I also want to make it clear that his wife, Christine, who's been with him in most of those settings, deserves that recognition as well. Ryan Crocker is one of the career ambassadors here with us today, the highest honor that can be bestowed on a Foreign Service officer. And I think it's only fitting that we pause for a minute just to recognize the other career ambassadors who we think are with us. We hope they are. And if you are, if you would just stand, and I will say something that I know is never followed. If you'll hold your applause until we have all of our career ambassadors standing. Ambassador Richard Boucher, Ambassador Herman Cohen, Ambassador Ruth Davis, Ambassador Mark Grossman, Ambassador Alan Larson, Ambassador George Moose, Ambassador Richard Murphy, Ambassador Johnny Young, Ambassador Bill Burns, and of course, Ambassador Ryan Crocker. As we bestow this honor on Ambassador Crocker, I think I'm confident in saying that I speak for everyone here. When I recited that sequence of assignments, I must say I marvel at your fortitude and thank you for your courageous service. And you remind us that it is not only the men and women of our armed forces who put their lives on the line to serve our country overseas. The men and women of the Department of State and USAID often do the same. And later this morning, we will commemorate 4 Foreign Service officers who made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of our nation. Now we have a new way to celebrate our colleagues who distinguish themselves and serve in very difficult posts, not once, not twice, but over and over again. And that will be the Ryan C. Crocker Award for Outstanding Leadership in Expeditionary Diplomacy. With this award, we not only honor its namesake, but all those men and women of the State Department family who rise to meet the great challenges to further the goals of American diplomacy and development. Congratulations and thank you, Ambassador Crocker. Now, this is supposed to be a town hall. It's running a little bit late, but I would like to take some of the questions, and it would be wonderful to hear from those of you with long years of both experience and perspective. I think we have, Harry, we've got 2 microphones, right? People can line up in this aisle and that aisle. We'll try to get to as many questions as possible. If you would identify yourself, that would be very, very helpful. So why don't we start right there?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Ann Wright, and you were one of my instructors at the University of Arkansas Law School and the legal clinic.
Wow.
I was also one of the U.S. diplomats that resigned over the Iraq War. But I'm back because I'm part of this family. And as a part of this family, I would like to know about Gaza. I've made 2 trips to Gaza in the last 100 days, and we'll be going back in May. And could you please tell me how we're going to get aid into those people that are in that open-air prison? Thank you.
It is a great challenge, as you know. I went to Sharm el-Sheikh for the donors conference, and I was very pleased to make a significant commitment on behalf of our country, nearly $900 million. We are having difficulty actually delivering that aid for several reasons. One, we believe strongly that we have to have some guarantees of actual delivery. We want the aid to get to where we're sending it. It's been very difficult to get that structured. If you have any ideas about that, I would welcome them, because we share your concern about the humanitarian crisis that exists there. We also have been somewhat sidelined by the ongoing negotiations between Hamas and the Palestinian Authority. It would certainly make our lives easier if there could be some agreement that would enable us to get the aid there. But as you know very well, politically, there is no appetite in our Congress for any aid going to Hamas or to a unity government that does not have every member recognizing Israel and renouncing violence and agreeing to follow the previous agreements of the PLO to PA. We also are working very closely with the Israelis to persuade them to open the crossings, let more essential goods in. So I take very seriously the challenge, and we are working hard to try to meet it. And again, I welcome your advice of any ideas you might have as to what we could do. Thank you. Thank you. Yes?
Secretary Clinton, Rob Warren, from